welcome back to my channel. I hope you are all doing really well. Today I'm doing a bit of a different video for me. It's not one that I particularly tend to make, but I have recently gotten a lot of questions about where I get my CC from, particularly like household and decor kind of things, but also clothing because of my City Living LP. The girls that are in that are pretty much only wearing CC. So I have been getting quite a lot of questions regarding where I find CC and how I go about finding it and things like that. I personally don't think I actually do anything too amazing when it comes to finding CC. I think it's all about kind of actually just like persevering, and I do find with websites like the Sims Resource and things like that there is a lot of stuff that isn't my personal taste. You do have to kind of like trail through it until you actually find like nice bits and things like that. So yeah, I wanted to do just a little quick video today and kind of showcase some of my favorite websites or like creators that I tend to check out. Majority of the time I do get a good like 80% of my CC from the Sims Resource, which if you don't know, let's go ahead and open this. I have them all, like all my all my Sims are like bookmarked up here and stuff. So this is basically what the Sims Resource is. It is I'm sure everyone must know, this is like kind of like your like holy grail, if you like, of Sims custom content. It's just a really good place to start if you're new to it, if you don't really know how to like what to look for and things like that. There is such a wide variety on here. And there is also Sims 3, 2 and 1. So if you do play the other games as well, then it's just a really good website, basically. This isn't the homepage, actually. This is just a page I bookmarked. So this is the homepage when you go on it. By the way, any website that I do visit today in this video, I will leave a link to down below, so that you guys can go check them out yourself if you are interested. But this is just the homepage. It shows you some items that are new and things like that. I also follow them on Twitter, which I do recommend because they kind of post like things every day, and sometimes I rarely check this daily, so it's quite nice when I'm just like chilling on Twitter and they like put up a little thing and I'm like, ooh, favorite that, reminder to go and download that next time I'm at my computer. But I go to Sims 4 Show All, and this actually shows you the most recent things that have been uploaded to the Sims Resource, and then I just kind of go through and like if there's something I'll open it in a new tab and download it, things like that. A lot of the time I do tend to kind of do this in like stages. I'll download maybe like 30 items, and then I will go load up my game, and with my folder, so I don't know if this is easy to explain at all. So I have a Mac, so obviously this only really shows you how to put them in from the Mac side of things, but they will obviously go to my downloads, and then I have my mods file kind of laid out in this manner, so it shows me the most recent things that I have put in. So today I went on a little bit of a splurge, downloaded a few bits, and then what I will do is when I've got like a small enough amount that I can kind of vaguely remember what every item is, I will load up my game. I'll go through them in CAS or build mode, check that I like them, check that they work properly, because I do find sometimes things look really good in pictures and then when you put them into your game they're not so good. And when I download a lot of things at one time, I do find it is very easy to let the little like corrupted files kind of go unnoticed. So I do this as a way of keeping my game clean. I feel like it just runs better if you're able to check everything. So these two bits that I have opened, they will show you the pictures that the creator has put up of the items, shows you who it's made by, gives you a little bit of information, shows you some similar items. It's just really, really good base website, especially if you are new to custom content. Highly recommend the Sims Resource. Obviously I think everyone knows about it, but just in case you don't, it's a good starting place basically. And then if there is an item that I've found on the Sims Resource that I do like really, really like and I think it's made really well, if you just click on the actual creator, it will show you all of the items that they have created. And I do find that sometimes, because the Sims Resource does like featured artists, so these are artists that are quite popular, that have quite a lot of downloads. They're the ones that I tend to see quite regularly. But every now and again, obviously because so many people are making CC and things like that, I do find that an artist that is actually really good and they're like a really good creator kind of goes a little bit under my radar. So sometimes I do like to just go and look at their work individually and I'll just go through it. I think it's a good way of finding little gems that obviously won't show up on the most recent, oh my god, I don't know what that was. Obviously won't show up on the most recent things because they were made ages ago. Like, you can have items that were from like years ago be uploaded on here, and it's worth just having a look because I think the archives of the Sims resource are really, really good as well. So sticking with custom content clothing first, these are a few of my favorites at the moment. Like I said, I do mainly only use the Sims resource, but if I find a creator, if I just really like their work and they have like a different website, a lot of the time it will be a Tumblr. I will actually save it to my bookmarks, and I'll check them out kind of regularly. And this is one that I'm super into at the moment. It's called twinkseamstress.tumblr.com. Again, I'll link everything in the description bar, so it's just really quick and easy for you to go to yourself. If we click on links, we go Sims 4 CC. This is all the CC that they have created. Very easy. There are download links. It's so easy to find. Just like click on it and download it and add it to your game. And I just really like this creator. I don't know, I think their stuff is a little bit different and I quite like that. And it's actually where I got quite a lot of my most recent CC from. I went on a bit of a splurge and I downloaded a whole load of their stuff. So if you recognize any of it, you've probably seen it in my game. But this is definitely one to check out. I seriously do recommend going and checking them out. The next person that I'm really into at the moment, and I'm not even 100% sure how to say this, Goliath? Perhaps, maybe, not sure. This person has arranged them by categories. They're super easy to like just go through. This is in my game. 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 This is like, there's so much good stuff. And this is actually all Maxis Match, which means that it fits into the style and the aesthetic of The Sims 4, like the actual like base game clothing and things like that. It's made similar, it looks the part kind of thing. And it tends to work a lot better, so I get a lot less glitches with items like this. They always work, they don't mess up my outfits and things like that. So really, really handy, really good, really nicely laid out, super easy to just download the link. Highly recommend. I think all of the CC is done to such a high quality, and I love that it fits in with the game, because then I find sometimes I would download CC and it honestly just looks ridiculous and it's just like, what is this? It doesn't look good. I'm not going to put it in my game. So this is one that I have been loving recently. Sims for maxismatch.tumblr.com. Like I said, I have been playing around with some Maxis Match. I don't have a lot in my game. I will not be making a permanent switch, but I do like it. I think it's nice. Potentially at some point I might like switch my stuff over, but I do love the look of some Alpha CC. I don't know, I think some things you just can't beat, but I also love when an outfit kind of looks put together and stuff like that. So this is, I don't know who it's run by, I'm not entirely sure, but it's basically a collection of loads of other people's CC that is Maxis Match. Although so I was trailing through this and I found something that was definitely not, so I'm not 100% sure if it's all Maxis Match, but I really love it and it's just a good website. I do find that you can find other people's like Tumblrs through it, which I quite like. So like for instance, if you really like this dress, it's made by Core Ops Sims, and then I can find their Tumblr. I can find their downloads, and then all of a sudden I've got all of the items that they've made as well, and I think it's just really, really good, really handy, and it's a good way to find new people that you wouldn't know about. So I love this website. I'll leave it down below. Now this is a Tumblr called Wildly a Miniature Sandwich, which I'm gonna say I freaking love the name. I think this is an LP that they are currently doing, but if you go to downloads, and then continue to downloads, it shows you all the items that they've made. They make Maxis Match as well. Again, you'll notice it looks like it could have been made by EA, is kind of the point of it. And they do tend to also follow on with the matching hair colours to EA and things like that. So it's really good for if you are making a sim but you want her to have like a different hairstyle, but you still want it to match the same hair colour as an EA hair color, because I do find that when I'm downloading Alpha CC, I can get like a whole different variety of browns, and my Sim's hair is like changing color from every outfit because of the hairs I want to use, and they never match, they never really have the same tones, it doesn't flow, it doesn't look as realistic, and it's just super irritating. So this one, I love the way it's laid out. If you've watched my City Living, this is Trinity's hair just here. So if you kind of go over them, it will show you the name of the hair, the amount of swatches is the amount of different colors that it comes in. This creator does the neutrals, naturals, and unnaturals. So you get ones that are like browns and blondes, so you can look like a normal kind of hair color, a natural hair color, and then you get like the pinks and purples and greens and things, and it's just really, really nice. It's nice that they went to that bit of extra effort, and I really appreciate it because it just adds some variety to your game, which of course everyone loves. She also does some as children, so you can see that the hair is like an adult hair, but she's done it as a child as well. I'm calling her a she. I'm so sorry if it's not, but I swear I saw something that it said it was. I really like it. The hairs are, I've got some of the hairs, but I have tested them out in game and they look so good. You couldn't even tell that they weren't made by EA. And that's pretty much it in terms of CAS items. I don't have a lot of people bookmarked for that because I tend to find what I need on the Sims resource, and that pretty much does the job for me. Very quickly, they do a featured artist link, and I'm just gonna say some of my favorite ones. April was very, very good for dresses. I find a lot of ball gowns and things like that. Anto is hair, really nice hairs. Sometimes I find they don't sit too great against the Sim's body, and they are definitely ones that I will have to test out in game and decide whether I actually like them or not, but I do have a lot of them in my game anyway. Bill Sims do more kind of modern and contemporary clothing, and I really like that because it fits in. So if you're looking for someone that's like a Tumblr Sim or like a trendy kind of like young adult kind of Sim, I find a lot of CC from here. I have a lot in my game. Yeah, so it's very kind of modern. It's very sleek. Reminds me a little bit of like Kylie Jenner, that kind of vibe. Who else am I into? MJ95 do the most amazing shoes. Natalie S does some really good jewelry. I also have some nails that I use as like my everyday kind of nails. Nightcrawler is majority of all my hairs that are Alpha CC are from Nightcrawler. I'm addicted. Everything is made so well. These I find are very like well produced, if that makes sense. Like they're just made very well. They sit very like close to your Sim's body. They don't look like they've just kind of been like plonked on, which I do find with some hairs. But you'll notice I have like this one, I have this one, that one, that one. This one. I literally have all of them. I'm a very big fan of Nightcrawler, so do recommend that one as well. This one is, I honestly think, my favorite creator on the Sims resource. So they did this hair. So if you watch my City Living, this is Ophelia's hair. Obsessed with it. I think it is amazing. But they tend to do like jewelry majority of the time. They do some clothing, which I have all of these. But their jewelry I really love. It's very modern. The style is my kind of style. Like there are pieces that I would like wear myself. I just think they're really good, basically. Moving on to some house decor, which I'm not gonna be, biased, but this is definitely my favorite. And this is my favorite creator. I freaking adore everything that this person creates. I'm obsessed. They are made, I don't know if they're Maxis Match or like, I don't know, but they are made so well that they like sync, they just like fit into a game really, really nicely. You'll notice that I have an awful lot of like, I literally download the packs, like the entire packs. Like I will show you that like the quality that they are made to. I just freaking love, and they come in so many like varieties of colors and things like that. It's just really, really good, really versatile, so much to choose from. I like being able to make my builds different, and I find that I'm running out of ways to use the base game items or the expansion pack items. Obviously when they first come out, like the City Living items are really good, but because I wasn't able to choose them myself, there are items that I wouldn't ever use, and I think that's natural. I think that's what everyone does. Like there are obviously things that you like more and things that you don't. Because I can actually go in and like pick this up myself, and it's all stuff that I like. It all fits my style. I can't rave about this person's work enough. And I like the way that they kind of advertise them. There will be the name of the collection. You've then got 4 different setups using the same furnitures but in different colors to show you the variety that you can do, the variety that you can produce. And then they they even go to the effort of laying out everything individually, showing you the patterns that you can get the things in and the colors you can get them in, showing you what, like, naming what every item is. Because when you actually go to download it, not only, like, if they hadn't done enough, they give you all this information, they show you how much things are, and then they do them as a merged collection or a separate collection, or they also do them as a freaking download each individual item, so you can match up the item to the picture. So if there's only like one thing, or there's like one bit that I wouldn't have, you can go through and literally download the only bits that you want. And I think that's amazing. And they've gone to so much effort, and I love everything. Like, if you hadn't noticed, I have all of this in my game and I use them regularly. This is where I get a lot of my stuff from. They also do some build modes, so they do some wallpapers, and I think they do windows. Yep, so they do some windows, like slanted windows. I love it. I seriously love everything they make. I honestly have everything in my game, so really recommend this, especially if you're getting a little bit bored with like some of the just like normal homeware. I know homeware is a little bit of like an iffy one, and I have downloaded some like horrendous things in my time. Yeah, this is one that I honestly cannot recommend enough, so do check it out if you're after some new homeware. Like, look at all these different wallpapers and stuff. I'm gonna stop because I could rave about this person for hours. Last two, I feel like I've been talking for ages, but last two, this is a blog spot. It's called Mio Sims. I am pretty sure they are not active anymore, but obviously you can still go up and have a look at their work. Yeah, they do a lot of like little clutter items. We've got some wall bits and pieces. I get a lot of my prints from here. So a lot of the prints that I have in game you might recognize. I have a lot of these. Yeah, it's one that I quite like just trailing through. I have a lot of the stuff already, and honestly I'm kind of running out because they're not obviously creating anymore. But I quite like them. I'm not sure if I really like their like actual furniture items. But I have like this in my game. I think I have this in my flowers and my plants that I use. I got them all from here. There's like a massive bundle set. See? These are all so like the fern that I use all the time. These are the flowers that I use regularly. Yeah, this is a nice one to just kind of like go through. Have a lot of pages that you can go through. And then last but not least, this Tumblr was like my holy grail of house decor. So like you'll recognize I have the Prada print. It was my holy grail, and I'm so sad because the creator decided that she no longer wanted to make custom content, which, you know, is perfectly fine, but I miss you. Please come back. I love her style. Obviously, they're not creating anymore, but I wanted to just include them in this little video because I have a lot of my prints from here. I have these, I have all of those. A lot of the prints that I use are from this website, and these chairs are as well. I could get a lot of comments on where I get prints from. And rugs. Prints and rugs. I got a lot from here. So although she's no longer making CC, I wanted to include her because I really love her work, and if she ever wants to come back and make CC, I will be here. Like a true dedicated fan. Like, it's still bookmarked. And she stopped creating things like I think over a year ago. Yeah, December last year, she decided that she no longer wanted to make CC. And my little heart broke, but it's fine because I still have it bookmarked. I still go through. I recommend this one, especially if you like the prints that I use in my game because they are from here. I have rambled for so long, so I'm actually going to end this video here. I hope this has been, I don't know, kind of helpful in a way. I truly just wanted to share some really amazing people's work with you guys, so do go and check them out. Again, I will link everything in the description box. So you can go and have a look at the websites that I have been on today yourself. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did. If you found it helpful, or if you are going to download anything from any of these websites, let me know down below which your favorite was. I would love to know. I hope you guys enjoyed something a little bit different. I am kind of interested in doing maybe like a CC shopping series. I know a lot of Simmers do them already, but I get a lot of questions about where I found my CC and things like that. So I wanted to just kind of share my findings with you guys, and if it helps someone, then I've done my job. I shall see you back with a LP video very soon. Bye guys!